In addition to that statement, I'm here to tell you if there was one word that is death for a high performance environment, sports or home or business, it's the word entitled. Have you ever felt that you were a little different? Me too. My father was an ex Catholic priest who had a PhD in theology, spoke multiple languages, and read a book a day. My mom was a hardworking, oldest of 9 with a master's in English and an ex Catholic nun. My brother went to the #1 high school in the world, Phillips Exeter Academy, and my sister went to Harvard. Then there was me, the dyslexic middle child, super confident with a chip on my shoulder, so I got into a lot of fights. I love sports and being on a team. It took a while, but I got my degree. I knew early on that my path would be unorthodox, and I needed to learn from the brilliance around me and to develop my own hard-hitting instincts. Now, after 25 years transforming Fortune 500 companies, I'm sharing how I became half monk and half hitman to help others to be balanced, high performers in business and in your life. Hello, everyone. Welcome to HunterX. John Hunter here, continuing the journey and the mind dumping of all the stuff I've seen and done and screwed up and succeeded at in all these years, building teams in enterprise software, but also all the experiences in the business world that translated into my personal life, into maybe your personal life, friendships, charities. We're going to go through it all. So last time I talked, jumping back and forth between monk and hitman or hitwoman, we went through the Irish kitchen. I wanted to really give you a metaphor to kind of think about how to use your personal stories and your personal experiences to have a better connection with your people. In this particular case, it's about building safety. So you can read all about safety in academic settings. I'm hoping that by using your own version of the Irish kitchen, you can actually get a more usable, tangible tool to actually go and do it, as opposed to having everyone read, Sense of Urgency or Five Dysfunctions of a Team, which are all great books. But sometimes you just need to, get something a little more hard hitting to get going. And I challenge all of you to create your own version of your Irish kitchen, your Italian kitchen, Spanish kitchen. I've seen them all. So today I'm going to go back to an early point of view, an early experience, an early lesson for me that I still carry with me, that I think is vital for anybody listening or watching that's in technology. And that statement is eat what you kill. Eat what you kill, to me, is a set of words that describe a non-entitled environment. In addition to that statement, I'm here to tell you if there was one word that is death for a high performance environment, sports or home or business, it's the word entitled. It's absolutely toxic, and you want to make sure that you're watching for it all of the time. So my personal experience with this statement was when I was coming out of, so I graduated from ASU, which, I was so thrilled getting my degree, criminal justice. I started selling at Mastering Computers over the phone. A lot of you may know Mastering Computers. I did a lot of Windows training in the early 90s, and I was an inside salesperson. And I guess I was pretty good at it, but I couldn't sit still. So I got myself an interview at Computer Associates, and really super woman named Jocelyn Farina, who I'm friends with to this day, who I ended up working for, and she ended up working for me later. I got an interview with Jocelyn, and I had no clue what the hell I was doing. I read a little bit about it. I manufactured a resume that made it look like I was an enterprise seller, but I really wasn't. So I get the meeting, and there's a lobby filled with suits and ties of these older folks. And I get in there, and she is a smart lady, and she figures out halfway in that I don't know what the hell I'm talking about. And she starts disengaging me and getting me out of there. And I looked at Jocelyn and I said, because she'd given me a little bit about what Computer Associates was up to, and how fast it moved, and the pace and the innovation and the ideas and the energy. And I was like, shit, um, I can't get thrown out of here. And I said, Jocelyn, you got to let me keep going or come back. And she said, don't call us, we'll call you. We got plenty of candidates in here with really extensive resumes. And I looked at her and I said, those guys have been doing the same thing wrong for 30 years. You got to let me come back. And she graciously did. And I got with my father, remember now, living with this ex-priest, super smart, awesome dad. And he said, let's do some research on Charles Wang. And we did a bunch of research, and that's where the words came from. What I picked up, never meeting the guy, and built a presentation around was this: eat what you kill. Charles was looking to build a culture where high performance is rewarded with lots of money, lots of career progression, lots of excitement, but non-performance and and entitled thinking is immediately eradicated. You're out tomorrow. It was brutal, and a lot of it is not recommended, of course. But what you learn in those days, and not just at CA but other places as well, was that the importance of having a sense of urgency, moving fast, getting the job done, holding yourself personally accountable was what I believe the software industry demands to this day, even though it's getting harder and harder to do it. But it does. Why? Because things are innovating so fast. Valuations of companies are going through the roof. Acquisitions are happening left, right, and center. Basically, these companies are playing for pink slips of other companies, using another metaphor of racing for pink slips of cars. They're all buying each other, and they're all competing at such a level. I believe it's the most competitive industry on the planet. And what needs to go with that competitiveness and with that innovation has to be moving fast and having this not entitled view in your culture. And so, to this day, I will often recruit and look for talent that has people that have experienced adversity, maybe been in the military, maybe played sports, that come automatically with a resilient, authentic style and approach, maybe worked a job and got their degree, as opposed to just the shiniest sale person out there with the best looking resume. I'm looking for the attitude. And that attitude is what I learned in those early days at CA, where I moved fast. I created an activity level goal setting that I've used for years. People have asked me where I've gotten it. It's called 10, 4, 2, and 1. And people think it's come from Gartner or whatever. And no, it came from me keeping out in front of the Charles Hatchet, which was Rich Chiarello and Joe Sexton and Dave Schwickerath and Joanne Moretti and Mark Thompson and George Fisher. So many names of just, high performing leaders who were just all about results. And over time, you know what? We added more skills, we added more tools, we added more empathy, we added more. But the one thing you can't do is not have the attitude. You just got to move fast. You cannot take anything for granted. And we've got to be really looking at, are we eating what we kill? Are we contributing? Are we making a difference? If I left tomorrow, would the business flourish without me? That's how I used to think. I need to make a mark. I need to get to a new persona. I need to get to a new partner. I need to bring a new way of thinking and leave my impression because I was always under the impression they're going to go to a headquarter meeting and they're going to be like, do we need John Hunter? And I don't ever want that question to be out. I want them to go, holy cow. John Hunter is, he's always out in front on new logos. He's always out at dinners. He's always bringing CEOs to town. He's always getting badged into customers. He's always bringing partners to us to give us more market feedback and get us into new markets and new ideas. And that's what I really want to convey. We're going to build a lot on the foundation. I talked earlier about self-esteem, and I want to go back to that really quickly. You can't have the proper eat what you kill mentality if you have low self-esteem, because that is people that will just go fire everyone. We're gonna get down on ourselves if we don't have a good day. So we need to have a foundation with high self-esteem, but we also need to have this competitive spirit of earning what we make, making a difference, holding ourselves accountable. If we can lay that foundation with these two principles, really in this monk hitman mentality, you're really going to be built for success in business and in your life. Hope that makes some sense to you. Why don't you do an inventory on your teams today? How is the entitled culture where you're at? How do your people get paid? How do they feel rewarded? Are they looking for more to do? Do they think about, I don't have to go to the meeting, I get to go to the meeting? And are the leaders fostering this type of culture? I hope they are. Thank you for your time today. I look forward to the next one. Good selling, everyone.